Hi, this is pharmacist Curtis Alexander. In today's video, I want to go over a question that I get on occasion, and that's, is there anything that people can use, women in particular, because this affects women more than men, but is there anything they can use to treat urinary tract infections that are natural outside of antibiotics? And there are some things. I put together a list of the 8 ones that I see talked about most often, and there's 3 or 4 in here that I've seen used personally and I've seen good results with it, and I'll get to those in the end and kind of group them together with you. But I just want to give you an overview and then we'll get to that part. So I just want to start with cayenne pepper. Interesting. I do see good results with this. I have seen good results with this. Normally the way it's taken, you can do like a 1/4 teaspoonful. You can just put that down the hatch and then wash it down with water. Some people try to mix it in water and drink it down, but that tends to get kind of like a film in the water, so it's hard to drink that way. But this is a promising one. Raw garlic. If you can tolerate raw garlic, it is a great antibacterial. I encourage people to crush the garlic clove because that activates the allicin, the component in it that does a lot of the heavy lifting. But again, obviously with garlic, there can be a taste factor there. But it is worth the shot as well. D-mannose. The interesting thing about D-mannose, you'll hear people recommend, well, drink cranberry juice if you have a urinary tract infection. And what's actually going on with cranberry juice is it contains D-mannose. And what that does is most urinary tract infections are caused by the E. coli bacteria, and it can bind to that E. coli. It therefore can't bind, the E. coli can't latch onto the urinary tract infection or the urinary tract, and it's flushed out. So that's what we're seeing with D-mannose. Grapefruit seed extract, another good one. I like it if you want a broader coverage because it tends to not go after E. coli, it tends to go after other bacteria. So if you want that broader coverage, the downside that I've seen with grapefruit seed extract has to be dosed pretty frequently, especially when the infection is first starting. So every 2 to 4 hours. Once the symptoms kind of resolve, you can back off and go less frequently, but that's the biggest thing is there's a little bit of babysitting with the dosing with grapefruit seed extract. You do want to take it with plenty of water, okay? Olive leaf extract, another interesting one, very similar to the grapefruit seed extract. And you'll often see these taken together. So kind of important to point out, it doesn't have to be dosed quite as frequently, but it is a good option. Uva ursi, also known as bearberry, used by Native Americans. Problem is it comes with a number of issues, one of which is side effects. You get a lot of people complaining of nausea, even vomiting in some cases. The other thing is we know it has drug interactions. It has drug interactions with lithium. It has drug interactions with NSAIDs like ibuprofen, Celebrex, those sorts of things. So I'm not as big a fan of this one just because it tends to be more problematic, and I haven't seen great evidence for its use. Oil of oregano. Oil of oregano is actually a great overall antibacterial, anti-infective for the body, I guess you could put it that way. And it's safe, usually like 4 to 8 drops in some water. Again, a lot of people will just put the 4 to 8 drops in their mouth, wash it down with water. It doesn't taste good. It's very strong, but no perfect way to take it. You can do that 3 times a day. Lastly is biofilm disruptor. So the idea behind biofilm disruptors is that the bacteria are surrounded by a casing of film, and the biofilm disruptors can go in and break that casing and it loses its protection. Bacteria can be more easily killed. I don't see as much evidence for it. And the other thing that can happen is you can get a Herxheimer reaction, which basically means when you break that biofilm disruptor, it can release some of those toxins, and some people can actually feel worse on it when you take these. So not as big a fan. So I promised you at the end that I would give you the regimen I've seen used and the ones that I think are actually effective and safe and those sorts of things. And so these would be the ones I would focus on. First is cayenne pepper. I've seen that work. Again, the 1/4 teaspoon every 4 hours. It's safe as long as you can tolerate taking cayenne pepper. It sounds worse than what it is, but it's definitely worth having in your kitchen cabinet. Next one I would go down to is grapefruit seed extract. I like that it acts in a different way. I've personally seen cayenne pepper, grapefruit seed extract, and olive oil extract all taken together with good results. I've seen just cayenne and grapefruit seed extract taken together with good results. So I would not be afraid to have these three or use those three. The other one that I think is promising, I have not seen used for UTI specifically, but I've seen it used for other infections, is oil of oregano. Okay, so cayenne pepper, I would go with grapefruit seed extract and some olive leaf extract, possibly if you want to, you don't have to. And I would keep oil of oregano in the house, not necessarily for UTIs, although you can certainly do that. It's just a good one to have in the house. So again, in the comments, if you've tried any of these, have you had good results, not so good results, what have you used, what have you not used or wouldn't recommend? I'd love to get your feedback in the comments, so let me know. And so I hope the video was helpful, and until the next one, thank you very much.